Well guys, Florida so far has really been kicking my butt every time I turn around. So my allergies have been insane here. Like ever since I got here, I feel like it's allergy season, like what it would be back in PA, where I'm just like so screwed up, it's not even funny. And that's been almost since we got down here. I was good for about 2 weeks and then just boom, like I feel like something in the air is trying to kill me. So I apologize if I'm sounding funny or anything, but since I got down here, well, most of you guys know like my situation has been really weird. That's why I haven't been uploading a lot, and so I don't really have the money to mod the car, and things are just weird right now. Well, then obviously I'm down here for 2 months and my transmission explodes. Did the STI transmission swap, and when I did that, I installed the factory shifter, and the factory shifter it just didn't feel right, and I've been having issues with the car shifting ever since. And so, well, I installed this prototype shifter. At my work, we were sent this prototype shifter to install, get some medial on it, you know, and just run it around for a little bit, then give feedback. Well, it's been in the car now for 3 weeks, maybe a month, and it is broken now. Like broken. Actually, I think it's been 3 weeks. So last night I had a terrible shifting accident. I was driving and I don't want to say I slammed it in the third, but I was rolling through the gears, you know. It's not like I was like beating the shit out of it, but I definitely was shifting fast. Still should have never broke this thing. But anyways, I'm going to show it to you here. And yeah. So I'm not going to throw out the name of the company or anything right now because this was a prototype. But this is set to be like a $1,000 shifter. And so it's really expensive, so hopefully we can let them know what's going on here and they can get it fixed and everything. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to go into work, you know, and install a different shifter today. So as you can see, there's a joint. The STI shifter typically has a pivot ball similar to the WRX, but it sits down here above the drive shaft. This shifter eliminates that with this permanent joint here. And so it's a 4-point joint. It goes to each side of this assembly, and then it goes to each side of the shifter. So it might look okay here, but it's not. So, yeah, so it broke the joint off and the snap ring went flying, and yeah, so as you can see, I'm not going in and out of any gear right now. This is me literally just wiggling the shifter around. So I'm gonna get to work, get a different shifter, install it, and hopefully that'll be the end of this dilemma, because I've been having issues with this transmission shifting ever since I got it, and I've been trying to work that out, and maybe it was just the shifter all along. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So here's the culprit. Basically, we have this little bearing here that spins to allow the shifter to go left and right, and that bearing popped off on this side, and that was the issue. So now I have the factory shifter, which was very sloppy and did not feel good whatsoever, and we're going to switch everything out for some Kartboy stuff. So have the Kartboy shifter, the front and rear bushings, and hopefully we'll be good, because I could hardly shift with this thing in the car the first time, but we'll get this thing dressed up and put it in the car. So we are swapped out with the Kartboy shifter. We got the Kartboy short shifter and the shifter bushings in the front and rear, and it feels 10 times better, so we should be good now. Before you ask, I decided to leave the assembly open and not put the center console back on just for the ride home to make sure everything's good, but I think we're fine. This feels really good. The stock shifter felt like complete garbage, so I put in that prototype, and it felt okay, but felt really notchy and funny, like it didn't want to go in gear. I bled my clutch a million times, and nothing I did would like really help. And then it turns out that there's 2 adjustments, one for a shorter throw and one for a longer throw, and the one for the shorter throw was actually hitting the body of the car, and so I had to move it down, and then it felt okay, but then it broke. So this actually feels really good. Aside from my shift knob being loose right now, it's like, it's notchy, but not too notchy. Like I can get it in and out of gear like I'm supposed to, but it's really short and really crisp. 10 out of 10 would recommend the Kartboy shifter. I'm going to go ahead, row through some gears, and see how it feels. Really good. That's like perfect. I will highly support Kartboy. This is really good. Well guys, I just got home. This thing feels incredible. I really wish I just would have did the Kartboy shifter. So I highly recommend this. This thing feels amazing. Probably, I'm going to say it, it's probably the best shifter I've ever had in any of my cars now. This thing feels amazing and I'm so happy with it. So huge shout out to Kartboy for making this amazing product, and huge shout out to Import Image Racing, because if it didn't work there, I would have been driving around with a broken shifter for who knows how long. We have a crap ton of these in stock, so I was able to just grab one, pay for it, throw it on the car, done. Highly recommend it. The car's fixed now, crisis averted. And now you can see I got my shifter assembly back together, so we are good to go. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I appreciate you checking it out. And hopefully I'll see you guys again soon when hopefully I'm doing something that isn't repairing something that's broken. Take care, guys.